mess with us and you just might get triggered. This is why we up in LA, we want all your money. This is our letter to you, and don't you dare try to fool us, cause you just might get played and just might even get triggered. Oh, it's making sense, might get triggered. That's right, we want all of your money, and all of you trolls can get the middle finger. We are as free as a bird, giving our video dislikes. This is the
Alright, well, ST Dickle here. That's right, that's me. STD. I just got done doing a long live stream. It is led into the night on narcissism, narcissists, and YouTubers, and how many of them are, what they are, and some of the different types. A great stream. But I'm just going to sum it up in some of it in just a small, quick second here. So, and please let me know in the comments what you think of the content. Is this the type of thing you want more of? Do you want more uploaded videos so you kind of can get it and consume it a little bit different, a little bit on your own pace? Whatever it may be. As I know everybody can't be up all the time and do all the, be there for live streams for long periods of time, but I do think I'm going to do some videos moving forward on uploadable short videos on personality disorders. A little bit about me. I got a psychology degree, a bachelor's of science in psychology from Georgia Southern University back 11 years ago. And I've spent my entire adult life studying behavior modification, the human brain, why we do and say and do and behave the way that we do, specifically concentrating on autism and behavior modifications and personality disorders. So the information I'm going to share with you is based out of textbooks that I have laying around all the time. I spend a lot of my free time studying directly from textbooks. Most of what I say, most of what I do on this channel, or in general, especially creating content, comes from credible sources, reliable sources. And if it's an opinion straight from me, it's just my opinion, or something I'm not sure what the real what the real answers are, what the facts are, then I will try to state that very clearly so you don't get confused. But most of what I say and most of what I speak on this channel and on YouTube in general is based on facts and not opinions, based at least on textbooks written by other people with degrees and higher degrees and fancy names and fancy letters in front of their name. But so just a little bit about what NPD is. NPD stands for Narcissistic Personality Disorder. It falls into the category of Cluster B personality disorders. There's Cluster A, Cluster B, and Cluster C. Specifically, Cluster B is in society, in the world, and the psychology field for that matter. Cluster B is the most popular, most talked about, because they typically are the most dangerous. Cluster B consists of histrionic personality disorder, antisocial personality disorder, borderline personality disorder, and narcissistic personality disorder. Narcissistic, I'm sure you've heard the word narcissist. Typically on this platform, in general, and today on the internet specifically, it is a name, a category, a classification that I believe, just my opinion, but I believe it's thrown around, used too frequently and too often. According to many studies, a person with narcissistic tendencies is only about 5 to 6% of the population. It's more prominently, almost 3 to 1, male to female. Most narcissists are male. And what's most important about it is it is a spectrum. It is a scale. There are 9 characteristics as classified by the DSM-5. DSM-5 is a diagnostic statistical manual of personality disorders, and it's basically the Bible of psychology, the end-all, be-all facts of psychology. It's what any therapist, any psychologist, any psychiatrist is going to go to get the facts and to classify and be able to measure these different personality characteristics to classify people and what type of treatment or medication they may need. So, that's from the DSM version 5, edition 5, the Bible of Psychology. Now, according to the DSM-5, there are 9 characteristics of NPD. You can fall anywhere on the scale. Most people actually do exhibit 1, 2, or more of the characteristics. If you fall into 1 or 2, it doesn't mean you're a narcissist in any way, shape, or form. If you reach 3, 4, or 5 of the 9 characteristics, you are considered to have narcissistic tendencies. Okay, you're not a narcissist. You shouldn't be diagnosed as a narcissist. You probably don't need treatment for suffering from NPD, but you do exhibit characteristics similar to a narcissist. Therefore, you have narcissistic tendencies. Okay. If you reach level 6, you have now reached a majority. You've reached 6 of 9 characteristics. You exhibit 6 of 9 characteristics on a regular basis or consistently across everything it is who you are, of what you do, of how you present yourself. Therefore, if you have reached a majority, you are now a narcissist. It doesn't make you a full-blown narcissist. It doesn't make you a bad person. It's not always an evil person. But at 6, you have now can be diagnosed and probably should seek treatment, seek professional help for dealing with, coping with, and living with narcissistic personality disorder. When you get to 7, 8, and 9, you're a narcissist. You're a full-blown narcissist. But now, to be a full-blown narcissist, 9 out of 9 characteristics is very rare. Very, very rare. Because you have to exhibit all the characteristics all the time, basically. And these are some pretty specific and distinct characteristics. And I'll get into that specifically, what the characteristics, what they mean, how to recognize them, if you have them, or if your husband, brothers, dog, your husband, your brother, your sister, or your brother's dog. If you're starting to think of a narcissist that you may know, you probably do know. But know that it is rare. Not everybody that does you wrong, not every asshole in the world is a narcissist. So don't think of it that way. You don't know that many. You haven't come across that many. But most likely in your life, you may not interact with them often, but most likely in your life, you've come across a few pretty strong, pretty heavy narcissists. Now, not to get into the characteristics, this is in a later video. I will break down the characteristics for you. But to give you a quick understanding of what a narcissist is and why they often are considered to be dangerous and should be avoided and are bad or evil people, is because one of the major characteristics of a narcissist is a lack of or no empathy. And as you can imagine, if with no empathy, you're only doing things for self-benefit. You're only doing self-loathing things that benefit you. You don't care about what other people think. You don't care about how other people feel. You don't care how it affects them, the consequences on them. So you just, it doesn't mean anything to you. Therefore, you're only doing things to benefit yourself, for yourself, and by yourself. So, that's a pretty bad person. Everybody has empathy. Everybody feels empathy because nobody wants to be sad. Nobody wants to be mad. Nobody wants to be upset, feel lonely, and all of those despair, fear. Nobody wants to feel those things. Everybody wants to feel happy, healthy, and blessed. So, obviously, if you've never felt those, or if you are very low or lack of empathy, then yes, narcissists typically are pretty bad people and should be avoided. That's why it's very important for you to recognize the characteristics and not fall into the narcissistic manipulative abuse, because it is very difficult to get away from. But unfortunately, too many of us, myself, have fallen into the trap. But we'll get into it later video. That was just a little piece of what my live stream was that I just went over. Just went over all this stuff a little bit more in detail. But I wanted to kind of give some of you that didn't get to see the stream or want to know what the content's going to be like in the future. That's give you a little rundown of what the content's going to be like. We're going to break some of those things down. We're going to stick with narcissism. Then we're going to go to borderline. We'll talk about other things. and anything in the future. Let me know in the comments if this is some type of content you're interested in. We can directly relate it to YouTubers, specific YouTubers in general, because it may be an unpopular opinion, but narcissism comes with the territory as a YouTuber. Most YouTubers you watch, most big YouTubers are narcissists. You may be or exhibit characteristics of narcissism for being a YouTuber, wanting to be a big YouTuber, and using this platform for means to success. That's all. Now you've found yourself watching STD Dickle. That's right. The risk is not knowing. Much love to you all. I hope everybody is happy, healthy, and blessed. Wear a mask when you go out. It is 2020, April 2020 for those who may watch in the future. But we are in the heavy, right in the middle, in the thick of the coronavirus. And so much prayers to each and every one of you out there. I hope you are happy, healthy, and blessed. Stay strong. Continue to just be you. Keep learning. And one day, we'll make it to the promised land. It's the only goal. That's what the goal is. Until next time, get tested. Stay away from people. Wear a mask. Vote red. STD out.